Hello, welcome to Organic Acting. I'm Chris, and this is the problem with method acting. So in this video, I'm going to break down some of the issues that I have with method acting, some of its problems, some of its drawbacks. Now, before I start really riling people up, I'll just say some of my favorite performances of all time have been by method actors. I'm just trying to kind of stir the hornet's nest a little bit, or just look at the flip side of the argument. If you want to let me know what you think in the comments, please do, but just don't be afraid by some of my opinions. Now, we can't really broach the subject on method acting without talking about Konstantin Stanislavski. I've made a lot of videos on Stanislavski in the past, I'll link above, but basically, Stanislavski was a 19th century actor, director, practitioner who came up with a system or a psychotechnique or a method to help actors stay away from melodrama, from pretending and showing, to actually experiencing and living a role. It was from there in the 20th century that practitioners like Adler and Strasberg and Meisner took pieces of Stanislavski's method and made them their own. They started to apply these to film acting. So Chris, what are your problems with method acting? Well, here's my first one. My question is, if you're a method actor, are you serving the script or serving yourself? There are so many examples of actors being caught up in their method to the point where they become more important than anything else in the project. There's a great example of Jim Carrey. He released a documentary a few years ago of his time playing Andy Kaufman in Man on the Moon. And you can see him in his trailer. He's staying in character, but he's completely alienating the people around him. He's being rude to them. He's throwing tantrums. The rest of the crew and the cast can't communicate with him. What about the stories that we've read about Heath Ledger when he was playing the Joker, locking himself away in a hotel room with his Joker book that he'd made full of grisly pictures and crazy writing? Surely all this is taking the place of a decent, healthy, constructive working environment. You can't get close to those people. Stanislavski always said there should be no such thing as a star system. No one should be more important than anyone else on that project. The original idea of the psycho technique was to create truth in performance and let actors experience real emotion. Are these actors achieving this, or are they just self-indulgent monsters? The next problem that I have is, surely the message of the piece is more important than the performance. If you have a film that's coming out and there's this big method acting performance, sometimes it's sold on that performance. I've taught a lot of videos about practitioners who believe that the whole point of theatre and film and storytelling is for an audience to learn and to make change in their lives and in society. Take Brecht, for example. And if you have a method actor who is basically hijacking the whole project, people aren't interested in the story. They're not listening to the story. They're not learning from the story. They're just obsessed with this method acting performance. My next issue is, because method acting has been taken from Stanislavski's complete method, his whole psycho technique, because people like Adler and Strasberg have taken pieces of it, it's no longer method. It's just these fragments that have broken off, that have just become this diluted form of the original idea, of the original psycho technique. Oh, that omelette recipe again, it was bloody lovely. Oh, I did enjoy it. I've made some variations to the recipe though. I've added 2 gallons of water and a case full of raisins. Oh, lovely. Next, method acting takes a lot of work. It should do. That's the whole point of method acting. It's this in-depth process. But my question is it worth it? You've got so many jobs to do as an actor, learning your lines, hitting your marks, responding in the moment. Surely all this hard work of method acting is getting in the way of the nitty-gritty of acting, the basic fundamentals. Surely it's a block to being an actor. And my number one issue with method acting, my number one problem, is that no one knows what method acting is anymore. It's a word which is bandied about left, right, and center. If you have a film coming out and there's an actor who has changed their hair or shaved their head, put some weight on, lost some weight, everyone says, oh, they've gone all method. Yes, I went full method for this performance, mostly to grow this mustache. Method acting has become a buzzword in this industry. Even method actors can't describe what method acting is. What is method acting? Shh. I've got a video on that. What do you think about method acting? Do you have any favorite performances? Do you have any problems with method acting? Let us all know in the comments below. As always, I've been Chris. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. I will see you next time. Bye bye.